fuck what them bitches gotta say. I'm a West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't give a fuck what them niggas gotta say. I'm a West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Hey. Fuck with my Akim, fuck with my sisters, then I got a problem, I'm never gonna miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR, I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He say it's corner, I'm just being realistic. I be on them corner posted with the realest. If it's the Sabbath, then we going fishing. I'm really no man, that's a God-given mission. I'm really on 10, but I'm stamped in the pistol. I get the order, be glad of this mission. Hebrew Academy graduate, nigga. Training, put through the baddest conditions. I fuck with none but the baddest of bitches. She righteous, submissive, she glad to be with me. Had that thing Putin like Batman, nigga. She know I'm a prophet, she glad to be listening. Disrespect, I ain't having that shit. Tell her go make some business from scratch. She bitchin' the different breed of black men. We don't do the back bend. I remember back when I was really trapping, trying to get the racks in, selling dope to black men. But now I'm trying to make it straight. Like, don't forget about my face. We standing up straight, can't fold us. Too heavy, the world won't hold us. Don't use some rank, I told you. Line up in these ranks, we sold you. You can take that to the bank, we focus on how many times must we remind you? One body, one way, some rank. I would never take up as a place. When the law with you ain't no up next, it's just us, nigga, that's that on that. All that weak shit, that ain't no threat. Say you won't beat, bitch, with that ain't no sweat. We with all that. The Lord called a nigga out the world. I responded and called back. Oh Lord. And everything that they stole from us, fuck that shit. We want all that. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the command in general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. That's why we unaffiliated with them. I cannot fuck around with fake niggas. We taking ground when we in your city. You better have the women, have the liquor. Keep that bitch on me, please don't but the same. Don't be a fool and be another victim. Say you a goon, you just another Christian. How you my brother, you ain't in here with me. In the gutter, deep down in the trenches. We with them niggas locked up in the prison. Fucking Hispanic, Native American, Indian, we ain't just talking shit, but we living in it. We be everywhere, you can't miss it. And we be precious hell, take a picture. And we professional with the scriptures. Play, we gon' script them, yeah, we some killers. These nigga tripping, they mind blown. Swear business, forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't get it pause when niggas say that they be looking for niggas to slide on. The slide that I know about is when I assemble the group with the slide on. Real, I get the order, you know that it's slaughter. See me and my niggas gon' die for kill. The bigger the better for kingdom of heaven. You niggas get wet up by me cause I'm fed up. I rep UPK. My niggas won't let up. Got choppers, got nines, AKs, Berettas. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like bitch or whatever. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the command in general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. See, they always ask us like, why y'all fuck with such and such? Why y'all won't come together with such and such? I be like, we unaffiliated with them. You understand me? Like, niggas be out here on some weirdo shit. And to be honest, that's why we unaffiliated with them. Hey. That's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. Oh.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my actions. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. There was design 5 for our babies to pass through in the day of our king's reign. I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new pair of bellums.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a
All right. Shalom, Israel. This is the Israelite School, University of Knowledge. We'll clap it up. This is the Israelite School of Universe Practical Knowledge, started on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I'm the commander, Journey Hana. We're gonna be holding down the class until Captain 13,000 Yatazaq gets back. Go ahead and ask your questions in the chat for Captain Yatazaq to answer before whenever he gets back or whatever. But today we're going into American value, what America seems as to be justice.
Right.
America has a wicked sense of justice, and that's what we have been taught. We have been taught that the way that justice is now is really just.
Right.
And the Lord does not see what America has done, has been treating blacks and Hispanics after slavery, after they had us in chains, after they had us in bondage, how they're treating us now is not justice. The way they repaid us for building America was by killing us.
Right.
By unaliving us to more and more, putting us in chains the most. How is that justice? And the Lord sees the way that America has been treating blacks and Hispanics, how America has been treating all of us for so long is not justice. It's the opposite of justice. And the Lord is a just God. See, Christians love to pull and love to say, yeah, the Lord's a just God. He's a just God until it comes to him actually being a just God. The one thing I love to ask Christians all the time is, do you think that blacks and Hispanics have actually gotten justice for what has happened to them? America's sense of justice is they build their morals on justice.
Right.
Everything they do is a retaliation to something because they want to get justice. They have the laws in place for justice.
Right.
Everything in America is built upon justice, but when it comes to blacks and Hispanics, we don't get justice.
Right.
We never have gotten justice, and I wonder why. I made a video recently speaking about how Trump he was saying that America made all these inventions, and it happened to so-called all these inventions were made by black people. And in the comments, people were saying, yeah, he said American, not white people. Well, America only chooses whenever we're Americans.
Exactly.
We're not always American to them all the time.
Exactly.
We weren't American to them when the what was made? What was it called? We were 3/5 of a man.
Oh, that's the 3/5 compromise.
Yes,
the civil rights movement.
We weren't Americans to them then.
Right.
But now we're Americans whenever it comes to the great things blacks and Hispanics have done. Right. Blacks and Hispanics make the telephone, the first telephone, the first computer chip, all these inventions. And now we're American.
Right.
Now we're American. But before, we were not American to them.
You said something heavy too. It's like all the things they've done to us. The one thing that is so amazing about the ISUPK is this is a sanctuary because the time for the Lord to repay them is coming. It's right around the corner. You know, the Bible says their sins have reached unto heaven.
Right.
So everything they've been doing just been stacking and stacking and stacking. Whole time we over here in captivity, we don't get no justice. The whole time the Lord is waiting for that day to all the brothers that need to get into that sanctuary and the sisters is gonna get into that sanctuary to where he finally comes and gives us justice.
Right. Get that man a hand, man. That's heavy. The thing is that we don't know what justice is.
Right.
America does not know what justice is. Their sense of justice is revenge. That's all their justice is built upon. But we can't feel that sense of justice.
Right.
Blacks and Hispanics in America cannot feel the sense of justice to want to have revenge. And that's why we have to be Christians. That's why we have to love everyone. The reason why we have to love everyone is because we're black.
Right.
It's because we're Hispanic. White people can be mad. White people can say, yeah, nah, I don't feel right with this. I want a different outcome, and I'm going to make that different outcome happen. But blacks and Hispanics have to be content with what we have.
Right.
You have to be content in America.
What's so heavy about that is Commander General Yohana, his lecture, what he brought out was how white people can go to the Capitol, they can storm the Capitol, get exonerated after they go to prison for storming the Capitol. But during the LA riots, Donald Trump seemed fit to bring the whole entire National Guard to 19 states, including LA and DC. That just shows you that we can't do the same things as them. And what General Yohana was bringing out is they're instigating. They want us to react to what they're doing to us so they can finally get a chance to hurt us legally. That's what Donald Trump is trying to do to Hispanic brothers right now. And, you know, like we always say, it's been happening to the black brothers as well, and it's going to get worse for us, just like it is for our Hispanic brothers. And the only place that you can learn to not fall into the trap of even being a Christian, because that's the two options. You can either bow down and worship them, or you're going to fall to the instigating methods that they use to try to get you to get out of who you are. And now you out there trying to fight, riot, doing all these things. So now they have a legal way to where they can destroy you. That's all they're trying to do.
That's right. And America knows how strong blacks and Hispanics are. That's the reason why they have to keep us under these rules.
Right.
The best thing that a white man can do is have a black and Hispanic man under them.
Right.
Who says, yes, sir, yes, Lord, to all of their commands. Because we are the best, strongest people on the earth. We do the best work. We go and are the loyalist people.
Right.
All the best. We're the salt of the earth.
Right.
If I could.
Go ahead.
If I could, it's so heavy y'all say that because what our oppressor does, he try to attack our moral code.
Right.
Because we have a moral code and he doesn't, that's what he attacks. So
Right.
that's why he deporting the Hispanics right now. That's why
Mm.
they be whooping our black Judite brothers in the streets right now, because we have a moral code to not go do the same thing they do.
Right.
No, we can't go rape and unalive of Salakia, sexual assault and unalive everyone we want to just because we're angry. Because
Right.
we don't have a choice to be angry. Like the
Right.
Bible says, oppression make a wise man mad, but we
Mm.
don't have that liberty. We don't
Right.
have the liberty they have.
That's
See,
right.
see what they like to do. They like to sexual assault, rape, rob, and pillage. They wait to the top, but when it's our turn, they make laws so we can't do it at all.
Right.
So they just try to flip flop the game. So like you.
That's right.
That's heavy. Give him a hand. Once again, if you have any questions, type in the chat. So whenever Cap gets back, he'll be able to answer your questions on the dot. And we ain't gonna be waiting for your questions to be answered. But yeah, that's heavy. That's heavy. All the white people, Americans, the way they got to the top was through breaking their own laws.
Right.
The way they got to the top was through breaking their own laws, and we can't do it.
Right.
This is how you know. This is how you know who the Lord loves.
That's right.
This is how you know who the Lord loves. Once white people break all the laws, do everything wicked, white, Asian, African, it doesn't matter. Anyone outside of the 12 tribes, once they break all the laws, they rise to the top.
Right.
They're famous, they're rich, they have a whole country to themselves. But when blacks and Hispanics try to do the same thing, we're labeled as criminals.
Right.
We're labeled as people who are not to be trusted. We're labeled as the cartel. We're labeled as thugs and Crips and Bloods. We're not labeled as the senators. We're not labeled as the president. The president has 34 felonies?
Right.
He rose to the top while being a criminal in today's age. I mean, people might say, "Oh, that was back then when the Italians became policemen." A white man today became the president with 34 felonies. Not back then, but today in 2025.
Right.
2024, 2025, he became a president from being a terrible white guy.
Right.
A black man. Or what's that again?
A convicted rapist.
Right. And a black man can't even get a job with one felony, with a misdemeanor. He can't get a job with nothing. But a white man can become a president of the United States while having 34 felonies. You see America's sense of justice, and it's not just. America's sense of justice is just you okay as long as you're not black or Hispanic. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Heavy too.
And we can't sit here and act like it is like we can't sit here and act like that we can pass through too, because we're not.
No.
Right.
We fill up most of the prison. We fill up everything. We fill up all the stereotypes. Everyone looks at us when we do wrong, but no one looks at them when they do wrong, because everyone is used to them being wrong and getting away with it. No one is used to blacks and Hispanics being wrong and getting away with it. No one is being no one is seeing blacks and Hispanics thrive from being wrong, because the only way blacks and Hispanics were thriving was from being right, not from being wrong. The only way that we thrived was when we had the Lord by our side.
That's right.
And that's when we were doing everything right. Following the commandments, keeping doing what the Lord said to do.
Right.
Not what no one else said to do. And that is what they don't want us to do.
That's right.
They don't want us to go ahead and actually do what the Lord told us to do. Because if we do that, then we'll be back on top. We'll thrive again.
Right.
So what do they push in our communities? What do they push in front of our faces all the time? What's the one thing that we all have to take hold of all the time because we're black and Hispanic?
in our communities,
Mm-hmm.
drugs, weapons, homosexuality is pushed in our community, like what Barack Obama said.
Right.
Every
What is
Mhm.
pushed in our community is hatred.
Mm,
Hatred for one another.
That's
Hatred
right.
for your brother. Hatred for yourself. You hate yourself.
Mm.
So you put the white man above you because
Right.
you no longer love yourself, but you love the white man. You love the Asian man. So what
Right.
do? You want to go. You want to go learn. You want to go learn Chinese. You want to go become a monk. You want to be. You want to be in their seminaries. You want to be in their clothes, their traditions. You want to be in a suit and tie. You want to be acceptable to everyone else but your own.
If I could,
They push hatred and not love in our communities.
That's right.
Go ahead.
if I could, what you point out is so heavy. We don't realize the hatred our oppressor have. Because today, the mayor of El Paso, he said his Hispanic man is 1/3, is a 1/3 of a man. He's 1/3 of a vote of a one white man, and the black man is 1/5 of a man of a one white man vote. That is wild of the hatred that our oppressor has when a black man is only 1/5 in America. That means your vote doesn't matter, and anything you say doesn't matter to your oppressor. As long as he keeps you oppressed in America, that's what he gets out of that. He gets a thrill out of you being oppressed under his foot. Salaki.
That's right. And if we're such 1/3, 1/5, why do we make up everything in America? Why do we build everything in America? If I'm 1/3 and 1/5, I shouldn't be able to do anything. I'm trash.
Right.
Right.
So why am I the one that's doing everything? Why are my people the people doing everything if we're the lesser people?
Right.
All that shows is that we're not the lesser people. We're the people that they need. They need us to make America great. They need us to make America whole. And that's just what it is. We're not 1/3 like they tell us to, like they tell us we are. We're not 1/5 like they tell us we are. We're more than them.
Right.
See, we always get caught up on the fact of the 1/3, 1/5 part, trying to be equal to them when we're more than them.
Right.
Right.
We're not equal to the white man. The white man is 1/3. They're the Asian, all of them, they're 1/5, they're 1/10. They're not equal to us.
Neanderthals.
They're the bottom of the barrel. So let's not think 1/3 of they call us 1/3. We know that we're not 1/3. We know that we're more than the scale. Because you want to know why? Because the Lord chose us to be.
Right.
The Lord told us to be not. Damn, but the white man didn't choose us to be one. Who cares what the white man chooses us to be? The Lord chose us to be way more than everyone else.
I got a precept for that.
Go ahead.
When Yahweh was talking to the Canaanite woman, he told her it is not meet to take the children's bread and cast it to the dogs. Right. And then the devil said, you know what I'm saying, the Canaanite or the Syrophoenician woman by nation said, and she said, truth, Lord, yet the dogs eat of the crumbs which fall from the master's table. So they are the crumbs and we are the whole loaf. Like, we are not the minority. We're not the 1/5. We're the whole thing. We're God's chosen people. They are so beneath us, we don't even realize it because of all of the things they've done in America. But thanks to the ISUPK and the brothers that's above us and Commander General Yohanan, we've learned the truth. And the truth is, if you're a Black, Hispanic, and Native American man, you're not just 1/5 of a man or 1/3 of a man. You are a son of God.
That's right.
And that's what Yahweh Shai said it himself.
That's right. Yeah, get him a hand. That's true. That's right. And the Lord also says he will hurt the people that has touched his anointed ones.
Right.
We're the anointed ones. And they have been mistreating us, misusing us for how long? not during just this captivity, but the last one before that one. And we pass the class over to Captain Yatazaq, 13,000.
All right, shalom. Y'all Y'all was what's going on, everybody?
Okay, sir.
The Wednesday night law class. What y'all was going into?
How America,
how the white man is the devil? Yeah, the white man is the devil. He definitely is the devil. And the most heaviest part about the white man being the devil is you look at him like he's God and he's the angels, and you think he's the most righteous, holy thing on this earth, and you respect him as such. Right. And when he does something evil, you're surprised by it when you shouldn't be. He's been evil for over 7,000 years.
Right.
And you think, oh my God, these white people, oh my God, this. But that's just because Black and Hispanic and Native Indians, we can always see the best in everyone else. We just can't see the best in each other. Is there any questions in the room?
Come on,
let's get it.
Sir. I had a question. I had two questions in the beginning of Genesis 1. When it in Genesis 1 and 26, when it says, it's the book of Genesis, chapter 1 and verse 26, and God said, let us make man in our image after our likeness. Is it just talking about like really just the likeness part, not really like the image? It's talking about like the characteristics, like the traits, and not because Christians are taking to be like, oh, see, this is the Trinity era that is right here, or you know what I'm saying, we looking just like God, and this is talking about Jesus, but it's just talking about the characteristics right here.
Okay, it said, read it again.
Come on. And God said, let us make man in our image.
Let who make him?
Let us.
Me?
Us.
Let us make man in our what?
Image.
And what?
And after our likeness.
So it's two things. It's with our reputation and to look like us.
Right.
That's what this is. This is how you know that the creators of man look something like man.
Right.
And that's why a lot of time when you saw an angel walk on this earth, you would pull your sword out and say, who are you with? Me, or are you with the Lord, or are you with our enemies? Why? Because an angel of God looked like a man.
Right.
He walks on this earth and look just like a man. So much so you'll fight him like a man. Jacob did what to an angel?
Wrestled.
Now he didn't fight one of them angels that had eyes all over his body with the wings in his chest, and then he didn't fight that one. He fought an angel that looked like him. Why? Because all angels don't look the same. Everything, the Lord makes, just like every creature doesn't look alike. A hippopotamus doesn't look like a rockwaller.
Right.
You know what I mean? A giraffe doesn't look like a chicken. So everything has its own image and its own likeness. Now, what makes this so heavy is that the Lord made you in his image, meaning who made man?
Yahweh Shai, sir.
Christ did. So he made you with the reputation that he has. He made you with the ability to do what he do, right? To create, to destroy. Can a dog is a dog made in the image of Christ?
Nah, son.
Let's say, for instance, if you train a dog, could you train a dog not to eat pork?
Nah, son.
No.
Could you train a dog not to eat shrimp, crab, or lobster?
Nah, son.
How are you able to decide not to eat pork, crab, shrimp, or lobster?
Go in the image of God, sir.
Shalom. The Lord made it to where you can make decisions. You can be taught. You could create. You could build. You could destroy. You could tear down. A group of dogs can't build.
Right.
A group of dogs can't tear down. They can bite up a bunch of stuff, but they can't. They can't demolish something.
Right.
They can't make something explode. They can't make a big bang. You understand?
Comic-Con, sir.
So that's all this is saying. This is just saying that you are made in the image of the Lord in a way where you can create, you can build, you can tear down, you can destroy, you can create life, you can take life, you can do these things like the Lord does these things.
Comic-Con, sir.
All right.
And then I had another one in Genesis 22. In verse Genesis 2 and verse 21, when it says, and the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept, and he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof. So what exactly is the deep sleep, sir? Like I know it's like a metaphor. I know he didn't really put him to sleep and take a rib out of his body.
Okay, so what is the deep sleep? Let me ask you a question. You play basketball?
I'm kind of son.
Okay. What if I told you I'll beat you 11-0?
So you know, say exactly what it's about to say. You sleep.
Sleep on me. You are unaware of my capability.
Right.
You're unaware of what I could really do. Adam was unaware of what he was doing when he married Eve. He was in a deep sleep. The Lord made him unaware because he would have never married someone so close to his family. Right. You know who he would have married?
Somebody way.
He would have got him an exotic woman.
Yeah.
He would have went and got him a woman that's not of his own people.
Right.
But no, the Lord made him unaware of what he was doing. And he went and did it. And now what did he take from? He took someone close to him.
Right.
He took one of his ribs, someone of his own family. Then he closed up the wound. Bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh has always been a black term. Right. It's like, oh, that's my bone and my flesh. That's my kinfolk. That's my people. So, hold on. Give me that. Give me a bone and flesh scripture.
I think I got one.
Give me 2 Samuel 5:1.
Come. It's the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 5 and verse 1. Then came all the tribes of Israel to David unto Hebron, and spake, saying, behold, we are thy bone and thy flesh.
This is your family. Behold, we are your family. Well, what was Eve to Adam? His family.
Right.
And if he would have been aware of what he was doing, he would not have married Eve.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what that's talking about. It's talking about him just not even being, aware. The Lord put him in a deep. What kind of sleep was he in?
A deep sleep.
Deep one. That means if he would have been awoke, if he would have been aware of this a little bit, he would have backed out.
Right.
He would have been like, no, not Eve, not the girl up the block. See, you don't like the girl up the block that you grew up with and you know everything about her. That's not the one you like. The one that you've seen grow up that was in Pampers with you, and you know she not a hoe. You know it. You know she don't go nowhere. She don't talk to nobody. You know she's actually a good girl. That's not the one you like. You like the mysterious girl from the other city. The mysterious girl from the other city that she just, you never know what she do. You never know who she's been with. You love that girl that is promiscuous.
Right.
That's what you like. That's what you like. You like your girls good and hoish. And then once you get her, she puts you on child support. Then you wake up. You're like, what happened? What? Everything was good.
Good night.
And then your neighbor, she's just sitting there looking at you like, I would have never did you like that. You know me.
Right.
Yeah, I know, Keisha. I know. That's not what you like. The only way you would sleep with Keisha is if you was, if it just happened.
Right.
And it was like, damn, how did we get here? That's what would happen to you. And that's what happened with Adam and Eve. All right.
Common concern.
Next.
If I could, sir. Could I get a breakdown of 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 9? It says, neither let us tempt Christ, as some of them also tempted and were destroyed of serpents. What does it mean by neither let us tempt Christ? Because I thought only the most high. Salaki. I thought, never mind, but I just need a general breakdown of that.
Okay, go up. Where you start at 7?
Kawakan.
Go up 5. Go up to 5.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 5. But with many of them,
Start at 1, because now if you go to 1, you'll get the whole context of what it's talking about. Because you have to understand the part that's talking about the serpent too, and why he's saying this about Christ. He's correlating this whole thing with Christ and Moses. These two things are hand in hand in what he's explaining. All right, so read what you got.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 1. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant, how that all of our fathers were under the cloud and all passed through the sea.
Keep going.
Verse 2. And were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea.
Yikes. This is an excellent baptism cut.
Right.
Because they didn't get baptized like a Christian got baptized. They learned something with Moses. That was their baptism. They experienced something together and it changed them.
Right.
Keep going.
Kawakan, verse 3. And did all eat the same spiritual meat.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 4. And did all drink the same spiritual drink.
Mm-hmm.
For they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was Christ.
What is that rock? What is this trying to get you to understand?
It trying to get us to understand. No.
Come on, Rapiat.
Is it like they was all on one accord? Like it sounded like it was talking about the baptism was talking about they ate the same spiritual meat
that followed them,
and the same spiritual drink.
They were all one. Yes. It was all on one accord. They were all united. And they all ate the same. See, do you know the problem with today's society? There's so much greed. There's so much, nobody's content. And he said there was a time in the Moses when we all ate the same, we all drank the same, we were all led by the same leader, we were all one, we were all together in this time. And we were clean because we were baptized. And us all being together, suffering together, and being content together brought us closer. Keep going.
So like you. Verse 5. But many of them God was not well pleased, for they were overthrown in the wilderness.
But then you had those that were with us that God wasn't pleased with. That was in the camp, that went through the water with us, that ate with us, that drunk with us. But then there was some of them that was with us that God wasn't pleased with. And the Lord overthrew them. Keep going.
Okay. Verse 6. Now these things were examples.
Were what?
Were our examples
Mm-hmm.
to the intent we should not lust after evil things as they also lusted.
These things happened in that time as an example to us, so we would not be like them.
Right.
And that's what the entire Bible is here for. These stories are examples of what you should do or shouldn't do, how you should deal with it or you shouldn't deal with it. If you deal with it like this, this is going to happen. If you deal with it like this, this is going to happen. It's to show you an example. And that's what he's explaining. Keep going.
Kawakan. Verse 7. Neither be ye idolaters, as were some of them, as it is written.
As it is what?
As it is written.
He's giving you a comparison. Don't be lustful like them. Don't be idolaters like them, as you've read in the Torah, as you've read in the past. Keep going.
Kawakan. The people sat down to eat and drink and rose up to play.
Yeah, the people, they used to just sit down to eat, drink, and to get drunk and to go out and party and have fun all the time. That's what their life was about.
Right.
In the wilderness. Now, just imagine that. Imagine we've been in America. Christ comes. We get on the chariot. We get taken out of this place. We get sat down in Egypt. I mean, in the wilderness. And then we go into the wilderness out and somebody fire up a blunt. Somebody like, man, it's going down. And you like, is that weed I smell? And then you look over in the corner and it's a group of niggas passing weed around and licking on backwoods. They like, man, we made it out, bro. I'm telling you, man. The Lord, man. Hey, this God shit real. This shit crazy. That's what they were doing. And that sounds so crazy to you right now on this side until you're in the wilderness and you see brothers and sisters doing the same thing out there. Keep going.
Kawakan. Yeah, verse 8. Neither let us commit fornication, as some of them committed, and fell in one day 320,000.
Don't commit the fornication that they commit, because it's possible that 23,000 of us could fall.
Right.
He's showing them how you're in this place of safety. But don't do what? Read the next part. This is your question.
Kawakan. Verse 9. Neither let us tempt Christ, as some of them also tempted, and were destroyed of serpents.
Let's not anger Christ as they angered Christ and were eaten by snakes. In John chapter 3, verses 16, if you read verses 14, it tells you about how they were in the wilderness and they got bit by snakes. And then when they did that, Moses said, put the serpent on the stick and lift the serpent up over the people. Such is the Son of Man lifted up front of the people to save the people. If you look up to the serpent, it saves you. If you look up to Christ, it saves you.
Oh, okay.
It's showing you a comparison of how what you're doing. It's showing you that you're no different than the people in the Bible. You're no different than these people because you are doing and suffering with the same demons. But this time you're going to offend your sacrifice. You're going to trodden underfoot the Son of Man. And you don't want to tempt the Lord. You don't want to anger the Lord. You don't want to anger the only one that can speak up for you. You see what I'm saying? He's the only one that can vouch for you. The only way you'll make it out of this place is if Christ said, he good, she good, they good. Nah, he ain't good. Leave him. He out of there. Nah. Oh, no, you didn't believe. You didn't believe. That's the only voice you got. That's why you say Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. God in the name of Jesus. Then you ask. Because that's who he listens to, Christ.
Right.
And you're going to tempt the only one he listened to, the only voice you got? You're going to aggravate him? Don't do that. That's what this is talking about.
The water, sir.
I ain't the bar. All right, let's go to Yabakan. Go ahead, somebody read the question.
Khan says, Salaki, if I could, out of one, I wanted to ask for a breakdown on Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 16. Why is this even being said? It gives niggas room for an excuse.
All right, let's read it.
I got it. This the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 16. Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself?
Why is this being said? Okay. Read verse 13 and read down to there.
Kawakan. Verse 13. Consider the work of God, for who can make that straight, which he hath made crooked?
Consider this. blacks, Hispanics, Native Indian, that you'll never change a white man.
Right.
And I don't think that we can grab that in our mind. Like, we're looking for the good one. Well, no, not all of them are bad. That's not what we're talking about. You're going to have to consider the works of God. Because, read that part again.
For who can make that straight which he have made crooked?
The Lord made them crooked. And no matter how they smile and they love you and they're so kind and sweet, just give it some time. And they'll show you what's inside of them.
Right.
And you're trying to find the good one. And that's why you won't serve God. You won't serve God because of the possibility of good other people. It's not just white people. It's, East Indians, Africans, Asians. And you work with them and you build this bond, this relationship with them. But you don't consider that God made them different than you. The Bible says, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord. The Lord made you with this morality. The Lord made you with this compassion. The Lord made you with this sense of leadership. And because you have this sense, you think it's in everyone else. So you give out passes to people that don't deserve them. But you have to consider that God made them crooked. You can't make them straight. Keep going.
Khan, verse 14. In the day of prosperity, be joyful. But in the day of adversity, consider. God also have set the one over against the other, to the end that man should find nothing after him.
He said, in the good day, rejoice and say, thank the Lord. And then on a bad day, consider that the Lord is setting this against you. Why don't you consider that? You know who you say is at work when you have a bad day? The devil. The devil is busy. The devil is busy. That is so Christian. You gotta realize that the Lord gives the okay to all of that. The Lord approves the good and the bad. That's why you respect him. Because guess who's in control of that bad day that you're having? The Lord. It ain't the devil. They got to get approval to make you have a bad day.
Right.
So you don't tempt the Lord. Don't anger the Lord with your mouth, with your actions on your bad day. Remember who's in control. That's what you always have to remember. Keep going.
Khan, verse 15. All things have I seen in the days of my vanity. There is a just man that perisheth in his righteousness, and there is a wicked man that prolongeth in his life in his wickedness.
Now, everybody has seen this, and it doesn't make sense. They say the good die young. The good guy never had any problems, that was always good and always on his P's and Q's. He dies. But this criminal, this thief, this person who shouldn't have made it out of middle school lives a long and wicked life. I seen brothers that sold drugs forever and they thriving out. I'm watching them throw all Commander Junior Hunter Tide money in the club at ass. They just throwing the money out. They just and I don't and I think in my mind, damn, you know what we could do with this money? You know how many people we could feed? You know how many shoes and clothes we could provide with this?
Right.
Keep going.
Khan, verse 16. Be not over Salaki, be not righteous over much.
Read that again.
Khan, be not righteous over much.
Mm-hmm.
But Salaki, neither make thyself over wise. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself?
Why am I going to stress myself out over what God is doing? I'm trying to be righteous over much. I'm looking at his life and saying, why does he get to live this life, but why does he not live this life? Mind your business. Don't be looking at what everybody else is doing and judging them against yourself. Don't be judging them as if you deserve better and they deserve worse. Don't be righteous over much. Don't think yourself so high to think that God doesn't know what he's doing. Because the good days and the bad days are orchestrated by the Lord. All of it. So don't walk around here with your head so puffed up, so full of pride, thinking that you're better over, trying to check everybody over everything. Hey, brother. Hey, I need for you to do. Hey, brother. Hey, if you could, Baba Kushan, could you help me with this? Don't be, a Lord officer of 10, the overlord of all the young men. Now the brothers that ain't got no name, they looking at you like you just archbishop because you're so righteous because you're an officer. No, that's not how it goes. You don't do that. What you do is you remember who you work for. You remember who's in control, and you operate in that magnitude. All right.
Should I get saying?
Go ahead.
For the Ecclesiastes 7:13, when it says, "Consider the work of God, but who can make that straight which he have made crooked?" Could a good precept for that be Romans 9:21, when Paul said that have not the potter over the clay to make one vessel unto honor and another to dishonor?
Yes, the vessel of honor. The one in Corinthians about the silver and the gold. That you got. What is it called? It's something made of silver and something made of clay. You know what I mean? Those are all precepts about how the Lord made people this way. And it's something you got to understand about okay, you know how blacks and Hispanics, you know how we got Christ, right?
Right.
The white man, he got Satan. Right. Satan uses the white man. Like, that's his number one instrument. Just like how we are Christ's instrument to bring forth the kingdom. We are his workmen. Well, the white man is Satan's. Right. He has other instruments. He has a screwdriver, a hammer, right. An axe. He got East Indians, Chinese, Japanese. He has other nations too. But his drill, his go-to is the white man.
Right.
You got to remember that.
Con.
All right.
There's a lot of questions in the chat.
Come on, let's get them. I want this one right here. Wait, Salakia. This one.
Con. I'm gonna read that, sir.
Con.
It's from Sister Shara Bath. She said, "Can you explain to my 15-year-old son why the ISUPK is the truth?"
Okay. When Christ was walking the earth, right? When Christ was walking the earth, who had the truth? I'm asking.
He did.
If you were not with Christ, did you have the truth?
Blah, sir.
Did the Pharisees and Sadducees have the truth?
Blah.
When Moses was in the wilderness with the 12 tribes of Israel, they were all Israelites in the wilderness. Who was the Lord with in the wilderness?
Moses.
If you were not with Moses and you were an Israelite, what were you considered to the Most High?
Enemy.
An enemy. All through the Bible, what you'll see is this same thing repeating. You're either with God if you're with the leader he chose, or you're against God if you're not with the leader he chose. And the ISUPK has been around since 1969. And the pedigree that this school has proven that God is with the ISUPK.
Right.
Even though people leave the school, the spirit hasn't left the school. I asked before, a while ago, I asked the general, I said, Salakia, sir, do y'all have I asked questions like a fourth grader to the generals. I said, do y'all have general meetings? He was like, yeah, we do. We have meetings. I was like, well, do you think it'll be like wise if y'all like bring brothers in the meetings so they can learn how to lead like y'all? And he said, absolutely not. I was like, damn, sir, well, why not? He said, because there's a spirit in this school. And he said, if we leave or if we pass away, then that spirit will just go on other men. And they'll run the school however the spirit tells them to lead the school. And that just freed me in my mind. Because now it's not a way that it has to be done. It's a spiritual way that it has to be done. And that is in here. That way that the spirit operates is in this place. The Lord put his spirit in here. And he put his spirit on men in here.
Right.
And men in other Israelite groups don't have that spirit. That's why when you look at them, you always can feel that they missing something. They could be breaking down the scripture, but it feels empty. They can be saying Jesus Christ is a black man from the tribe of Judah, and you can be like, that's right. But it's not hidden.
Right.
And then a brother in the school could be like, yeah, because Christ is a black man from the tribe of Judah. And you like, that's right. You know why? Because it has the total package.
That's right.
And if you're not in the school, you won't get the total package. You may get some of the information, but you won't get the spirit that connects the information to your life for you to live it. So you'll have the information, but you won't have an application on how to utilize the information in your life. And so now you'll be a Bible thumper. You'll be a Christian, somebody who can pull scriptures, but you don't understand scriptures. Brothers that's been through Hebrew Academy, when did you start feeling like you understood the Bible?
When did I start feeling like I understood the Bible?
Start to understand it.
When I was living.
Just now.
Yeah, in Hebrew Academy. When you got in Hebrew Academy, you say, oh, now I see why people say this. Oh, I see what this means now.
Right.
Oh, them brothers in the world, they don't get that opportunity because they're not getting the spirit put inside of them. They're getting information. They're getting indoctrinated. And if you're a young man, I envy you to have the opportunity to come into the truth at such a young age.
That's
because
right.
you can take that spirit in righteousness right now and be the man. And you can be the man and show other people how to be righteous like you. Like one thing that we have as blacks and Hispanics, we have a contagious spirit. We set trends. We're trendsetters. You know what I mean? And you know, when I was younger, I was interested, right? But if I knew then what I knew now, I would have used who I was to push the truth.
Right.
I had 2 or 3 girlfriends in high school. I would have had 2 or 3 wives in high school, and they would have known that they were my wives. I would have talked to their parents. I would have courted them. I would have took my time, and I would have dealt with them like the men I see around me.
Right.
And then I wouldn't have been a player. I would have been a serious young man that would have taught women that they can find a place where men respect women. And I would have taught young men how serious, being with a woman is. And they would have known where to come and get it. And if you are a young man and you're around the school, you have the opportunity to be a leader in your community because of what you're getting in here. Because what you're getting in here comes from God.
That's right.
And that's all the Lord wants. So many men wait till they old to try to serve the Lord. When they backs hurt, they knees hurt, and they can't stand up at camp. They can't do nothing. Now they like, well, I'm ready to serve the Lord. I can't stand up long because my back hurt. Right. I can't really lift nothing because you young. You're going to give God your strength. Then God is going to give you more than that. So how do you explain to your son that the ISUPK is the truth? You show him that it's the truth. You bring him around. You bring him to the cookout. You let him meet the brothers and the sisters. You know what I mean? You let him know that being in the truth isn't religious, it's a lifestyle. It's the way you eat, sleep, everything. That's what being in the truth is. And you'll only learn that here in ISUPK.
That's right.
All right. On the question?
I don't see any other question, but I had another question, sir.
Okay, come on.
It was in Genesis 3, where it says in verse 20 and 21, when it says it's really not even 20, it's really 21. When it says, it's the book of Genesis chapter 3 and verse 21, unto Adam also unto his wife did the Lord God make coats of skins and clothe them. Was that literal, or was that just like he gave him something? Is he talking about the law, or is it just literal?
No. Go to Isaiah 30 and 1.
Come on. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me.
See, this is what happened in the garden. These people, Adam and Eve, took counsel, but they didn't listen to the counsel that came from the Lord. The Lord told them not to do this thing. That's what they did. They take counsel because they're rebellious children. So what did they do in the garden? Keep going.
Come on, in Isaiah or Genesis?
No, same one, Isaiah.
Come on, and that cover with a covering, but not Salakia, that taketh counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
What did they do? They went and found out that they were naked and not ashamed, right. And they covered themselves in a covering that was not of the Lord's spirit.
Mm.
The Lord came and seen them and like, nigga, why the hell you got on a dashiki?
Right.
Nigga, what is that ankh doing around your neck? Why is that cross around your neck? Where did you get that from? Who told you that? Who told you about that? Now the Lord has to cover them in his spirit with a covering that is of his spirit. So now what did he give them? He gave them their own culture. At first, they didn't have to worry about that because they wasn't going to listen to anyone else. They were naked. Right. So no matter what you say to me, it doesn't matter because I'm not listening to you. But now that you've taken this food for thought and putting it inside of you, now I got to cover you up. I got to make you look a certain way. I got to make you eat a certain way. I got to make you, because you are, it's possible that you'll do what somebody else tells you to do. So now let me just lay it out. This is how you dress. This is what you wear. This is how you do your hair. It wasn't that. It was just do what I say. Right. And everything that I said was going to be that anyway. But now I got to lay it down for you. So that's what you see happening. The Lord had to go ahead and put them on skins of what did it say? Skins of ox.
Come on, guys. Said skins of it just says skins, make coats of skins.
Yeah, now you gotta wear a leather garment.
Right.
Now you gotta throw on, leather and you can't let this touch you, and you can't. Now I gotta give you play by play on what to do. All right.
Kind.
You wasn't gonna have to do that initially because all you was gonna have to do is what I said.
Right.
And I would have never told you to eat a pig.
Right.
Now I have to say, if you eat a pig, you're gonna die. At first, it was just eat what I tell you. Hey, chicken, deer, turkey, salmon, that's good to go.
Right.
You're gonna eat that. You would have saw everything else, and you would have never thought to even think about eating it because that's not what you were told to eat.
Right.
Somebody else said, but what about that pig over there? I never thought about eating that. Yeah, man, we eat that over there. Man, let me see what that pig talking about then. Now I come back You got pig on the plate. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Oh, man, they gave me some pig down the street. Okay. From now on, if you ever eat pig again, I'm going to kill you. If you ever eat this, you're going to die. If you ever eat this, you're going to... Now I got to lay down these rules like that because you won't just listen to me and do what I say to do. You see what I'm saying? That's what the Lord had to do with us.
Con. And that's what verse 22 is saying.
Read it.
When it says, and the Lord God said, behold, the man is become as one of us to know good and evil.
Knowing good and evil. See, a lot of people think the more knowledge they got, the wiser they are. Because they're like, I know more. But if the only thing that I was going to have you know was good, then knowing more is bad.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
If
the only thing that you would ever know is good days, sunny days. Then when you find out about the other side of that, it's bad days and rainy days and storms. Now you do have more knowledge. But at what cost? How did you get it? How did you get this knowledge? Through pain. So many old people have so much wisdom because they've gone through so much.
Right.
And they're trying to prevent you from going through so much. So they're trying to tell you. They're trying to tell you, no, don't do this. Do it like this. Nah, but I know already. I mean, I got it. You know. Any other questions?
I know Athon got a question in the chat.
Come on, let me see Athon.
He said, Salaki Saran, if I may, Baukashah, get a general understanding what the world was like before the Most High showed Adam the truth, if I worded it right.
Oh, before he went into the garden.
Mm-hmm.
The world was okay, let me get second Ezra's 4.
That's a good question. I was thinking about that the other day. Somebody was saying something about was it sinning? Was there sin before Adam or something like that?
What is sin?
Transgression of the law.
All right. So how was there sin without the law? Without the Lord telling them to do something?
That's what I said. I was like, if there was no law, there was no sin.
Read second Ezra chapter 4, read verse 26.
This is the book of second Ezra, chapter 4, verse 26. Then answered he me and said, the more thou searchest, the more thou shalt marvel, for the world hasteth fast to pass away.
Keep going.
Verse 27, and cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in time to come. For this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities.
Keep going.
Verse 28, but as concerning the things whereof thou hast asked me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come.
So before Adam got into the garden, it was just like hunter-gatherer. It's just like people just with no guidance. It's you in the world. It's just you living. You didn't come into understanding what life was really about until you came into the truth.
Right.
So imagine you living your entire life thinking that you was living all this time, and you were not alive. You were dead. And then one day the Lord grabs you out of the dust, brings you into the truth, and blows the breath of life into you. What is that? His word. What he says. And now you live. Now you're a living soul. Before, you were not a living soul. You were just a soul. You were just out here doing whatever you wanted to do. Just You had a sense of, well, I don't think I should do this. I don't think I should do that. But you didn't know how important and how serious it was. Now you do. That's the same thing with Adam. And now all of the things that has happened started from Adam making the mistake. It's because the Lord gave Adam heaven. He set Adam in the garden while everybody else was still in the field. Now, I reward you with such a beautiful place, and you made a mistake, and you lost that place. Now everything is cursed because of you. You understand? Keep reading.
Kawakan, verse 29. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good.
Now, if I don't punish you for the evil that you've done, and if I don't destroy the place that you've done it, then the good can't come that I promise you. It's going to stay evil. It's like a field full of, weeds. You know how you get weeds out of a field? You till the garden. You take the dirt and you flip it and you get the weeds out of it. You get all of the weeds out of it. That's what has to happen to this place. The weeds has to be taken out of this place. And what are the weeds? The sinners, the lust-filled, adulterous, thieves, murdering, sexual assault committers, all of these things, these sins, these crimes that people commit against God, they are weeds in the field that has to be destroyed in order for us to get heaven. What's heaven? A safe place full of love and peace and tranquility and no violence and no kidnapping and no SAing and graping and none of. Well, how do we have that place? The people that do those things have to be turned upside down on their head. Right. They have to be destroyed. They have to be tilled and taken out and burned in a fire. The only thing that's left is people that choose to be good. People that want to be good, not people that's forced to be. Why are you in the truth? Somebody hold a gun to your head and say, come in here and serve the Lord or you're going to die. That's how they made Christians.
Right.
They said, what are you going to do? You're going to be a Christian or are you going to take the state? Hey, man, don't be a Christian. So now when you're hiding in your house, when nobody's around, when there's no gun pointed to your head, what do? You do what you would normally do, sin. You lie. And now you're just doing all these things until you get caught and then you die. But now you've done so much, you've passed it to your children, you passed it to your children, and now it's a family curse being passed down through your family. Not in the new place. In the new place, the people that's good, because they chose to be good. Right. In an unclean place. Keep going.
Kawakan, verse 30. For the grain of evil, for the grain of evil seed have been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning. And how much ungodliness have it brought up unto this time?
The seed of evil have been put in Adam. And now that it ain't been destroyed, how much more evil has come into the earth? Adam was weak under his woman. Adam didn't eat pork. Adam didn't, Adam didn't SA anyone. He didn't unalive anyone. He just didn't listen to what the Lord said to do. And what came in the earth? Murder. All these other things came into the earth from this little seed. You understand? That's what this is saying. Adam did this thing, and look what came of it. Adam did this little thing, and how much more has it grown? Keep going.
Kawakan. And how much shall it yet bring forth until the time of threshing come?
And how much more evil is it going to bring forth until Christ comes and sends his angels to thresh it, to burn it up, to sift it? It's going to be way more. And as you turn on the news every day, you see more and more evil, more and more crime. Donald Trump is on a rampage, and everything in the world is flipping upside down. Nobody's playing by no rules. Nobody's following no constitution, no nothing. It's just everybody's just, it's a free fall. The Republic is out of there. The people selling their bonds because the economy is falling. The military is committing war crimes, which they've always done. Right. Everybody's blowing whistles and telling, I'm in the military and I spoke against Israel, and now they're telling me that, you know, I'm committing treason against the country. Like, what? How is it I'm speaking evil against another country and I'm committing treason against my country? Unless this country really runs my country.
Right.
All of it's coming out. Why? Because the man of sin is being revealed. But until he's fully revealed and destroyed, then more evil is going to keep coming out. More crimes are going to keep being done. And the world before Adam was a place like this. And Adam was put in this garden to make sure it wouldn't be a place like this. He messed up. And so now it's worse than it was before. You know, it's worse now than it was in Sodom and Gomorrah. You know, right? The scripture says, if the people of Sodom and Gomorrah would have heard what you've heard in your day, they would have changed. Now imagine that. We've been going out on the street every week. You read about Sodom and Gomorrah, and they were trying to sleep with angels. And if these men would have heard what you hear, they would have said, hey man, we tripping. You right. But your mama, your daddy, your cousins, your brother, your sister, your friends, they hear you and they see you and they say, oh, boy, ain't nobody trying to hear that. Because the people in the world's hearts have waxed cold. That's what the Bible said. It's like the boy who cried wolf. The story of the boy who cried wolf?
Come on, son.
Break it down.
So pretty much, like, he was telling them it was something happening, and every time he said it, it never happened. So they was like, you know, he kept doing it over and over again, and to the point where it really happened, and you know what I'm saying, it came to the point everybody was like, whatever, it ain't gonna happen, and then it happened.
That's how it's happening right now in there right now. You know how long people been hearing Christ is coming back. Jesus is coming. Jesus. He coming back. He's our savior. You know what people starting to say? Yeah, bro, if y'all really believe that Christ coming out the sky, bro, you know, y'all really tripping.
Right.
Their hearts have waxed cold. And now they don't believe. And then one day, the wolf comes. The boy who cried wolf, now he says the wolf is here, and no one believes him when there's a wolf standing in the field. One day, Christ is going to crack the sky, and people are going to look and say, oh shit, it is real. Give me that scripture when it said no man knew until the rain started.
Come on.
And that's Matthew 24.
24 and 39.
Go ahead and read that.
Come on. I'll start at verse 38. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
That's what happened. Everybody was drinking and getting high and having sex and turning up and going to the day parties and going to the brunches, to the rooftop parties. And they were smoking all the weed, popping all the bodies and sweating, doing the blue dolphins, going to all the orgies and the swinger parties. They was doing all of this stuff that you are seeing happening right now. And then one day, read that part again.
Come on. Until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
And then Noah entered the ark, and then the angel of the Lord shut the door of the ark. And what else? Keep going.
Come on, verse 39. And knew not until the flood came.
And knew not what?
Until the flood came.
They didn't know that all of this preparation that Noah was doing, that all of this stuff that he was saying was real until the flood was there. If you need a reminder on how fast things can turn upside down, go watch that special on Netflix with Katrina. Go watch that. Y'all were too young. Y'all don't even know really nothing about that. I was in college at this time when it happened, and I was sharing rooms with people that stayed. My roommates were people from New Orleans, and I was sitting next to them when they were getting the phone calls about their families. I was sitting next to them when they were sitting there, and they like, you know, we in the attic, and the water is all downstairs. We trying to get the roof open. We at the Superdome, but I don't know where Brittany at. I don't know where whatchamacallit at. We got split up. Okay, we found Brittany, but we don't have her. We can't find another one. They finna ship us to Houston. They finna ship us to Dallas. They finna move us here. They finna move us there. I don't know where we gonna be at. I'm using somebody's phone. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking in my mind, like, damn, bro. This is mama, his granny, his uncles, his brothers, his sisters. His whole way of life is flipped upside down because of a rainstorm. And he like, man, I ain't gonna have no more baby pictures. I ain't gonna have. He started processing all the stuff he wasn't gonna have. I ain't gonna have no more of this. Oh man, all my trophies, my medals gone. Oh man, I lost this, man. Dang, I ain't gonna have this. And I'm like, man, don't even think about it, bro. You alive. He like, yeah, that's easy for you to say, because you can go home. And there's so many people that don't understand, because in their minds, this day is never going to come.
Right.
Until it comes. That's the biggest thing that you got to understand. It's going to come. And when it comes, it's too late to prepare because it's here. When Katrina was coming, it was too late for them to prepare. Preparing didn't do anything.
Right.
That's what you got to understand. When it's here, your preparation is going to mean nothing. It's going to be, are you ready to go? Because there's no more prepared.
That's right.
All right. Where were we at? We were in
verse 39. It was a little bit more in it.
Keep going.
Come on, and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Well, it's the same thing. You're not going to know it's real until Christ comes back. And then it's going to be too late. All right. Next question.
Zakaria got a question, sir.
Zakaria.
This is from Officer Zakaria. He says, Shalom, Lord of Christ, Saran. If I could, how do you promote the truth if you are not good at talking?
The way you live. Let's say, for instance, you're not good at talking. You're not good at expressing yourself. You're not really a people's person. You don't really socialize. But you do live. And your life speaks volumes by your behavior. You know, it's the Christmas party coming up. Everybody got to wear an ugly sweater. You coming up with a one wet sweater on, you know. And they said, hey, we going to Christmas party. You're like, oh, I'm going to go outside. I'm good. I'm good on that.
Right.
Dang, bro, you don't celebrate Christmas? Yeah, I don't do that, bro. That's pagan. Pagan? Oh, you one of them. Yeah, I'm one of them. You don't want none of this bacon wrap jalapeno? Oh, no, I'm good on the bacon. The jalapeno look good, dog, but I can't do the bacon. Is that beef bacon? Is that turkey bacon? Why are you saying these things? Because I can't eat this type of food, but I could eat this type of food if you had it. Then what you'll start to see is people start to adjust to you. Hey, man, I know you don't eat the pork. So this time I made the jalapeno with the beef bacon. Oh, man, I'm going to get down on this. Oh, the water, I appreciate it. The water, what's that? The water? Did he say the water? Like, nah, the water, that's Hebrew. I mean, thank you. Oh, okay, the water. Yeah, I underbar. I what? Yeah, that mean you're welcome. I underbar. Oh, okay. Hey, man, the water. The water, man. What are you're teaching them?
Right.
You're not teaching them nothing. You're not holding them. You're just interacting with them. And because you're a trendsetter, because that's how the Lord made you, they're going to automatically to associate with you, to communicate with you. You do it all the time. You have a Mexican person that work with you, and then he say something to you, you'll start talking Spanish to him just a little bit.
Right.
Hey, papi, para aquí, pero, you start trying to talk Spanish to him. Why?
Right.
Because you're trying to relate to him. Well, that's the same thing. If they want to relate to you, then you just keep doing what you do. Keep on being you. And if they mess with you enough, they'll learn. And they'll learn all the way until they're in all black.
Okay.
Just by you being you. All right. Let me get a scripture on that. Give me salt.
Come on.
Let me say Matthew. Give me a city on the hill cannot be hidden, and give me salt. What's the one about salt in Matthew? You are the salt of the world. That one.
Come on.
Salt of the earth. Yeah.
I got the let's see. Matthew 5.
That's it. Matthew 5:13.
Come on. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 5, and verse 13. Ye are the salt of the earth. But if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted?
You are the salt of the earth. But if you lose your flavor, how would anyone else get seasoned? You look at salt. If salt loses flavor, then what is it?
Bland.
It's sand. It's nothing. It's just dirt. That's what you are. As an Israelite, not in the truth, you are dirt. Because you have no flavor. The truth gives you a spirit. It gives you flavor. I go back and look at some of them old pictures of mine. I thought I was fly. I'm like, damn. That was not it. Why? Because I had no salt.
Right.
I could throw on a black tee, a chain, and a headpiece and walk into place and be the flyest nigga in the club.
Right.
Why? Because they can't imitate me. All of them look alike. They all got them thick ass shoes on. They're about this thick. You know what I'm saying? With the pants, they tight all on them, and then they loose the bell bottom jeans with a crop top. Everybody in the club look half homosexual. Then we walk in the club, boots on, fringes sweeping the floor. We were sweeping up all the confetti off the floor because we all got fringes that's touching the ground.
Right.
Walk in the club with the fringes and the with the armbands and the headpieces and the war scarves and the ones that tie back. And they just looking like, damn, what is these niggas? Man, who is that? If you hide that, then who will ever see you? Your sister, you ashamed of wearing that head wrap. You ashamed of wearing a dress that's modest. You're ashamed of looking like a sister in the school. Why? How else would you make this life contagious? Keep going.
Khan. Is it thenceforth good for nothing?
Is it what?
Is it good? Is it thenceforth good for nothing?
If you ain't doing what you're supposed to do in the truth with the spirit that the Lord gave you, you good for nothing.
Good for nothing.
Yeah, keep going.
But to be cast out, and to
But
be
to be
trodden,
what?
to be cast out,
Mm-hmm.
and to be trodden underfoot of men.
Yeah. If you don't got your flavor, if you ain't got your spirit, if you ain't got your culture, then you will be a stepping stool.
Right.
You'll be at the bottom of society. You'll be under everybody else because your culture is the only thing that puts you on top.
That's right.
Other than that, you're just following somebody else's culture. You're just doing somebody else. You're just making them rich. You're making them the people. What verse is that?
Verse 13, and then verse 14 is the one that got the city, sir.
That's perfect. Go ahead.
Verse 14. You are the light of the world.
Read it again.
Ye are the light of the world.
You are the light of the world. The world is in darkness. You are the light. You the one that teach everybody. You the one that show. What does light do? It shows you the way.
Right.
Well, that's you. You don't have to talk to show people the way. How loud are lights?
Not loud at all. They just there.
It's just there. You don't got to talk to teach. Just be there and be a light. When they see you, they like this. He just different. She different. I don't know what they own, what they into, but I feel safe around them.
Right.
I feel like somebody that I can talk to. I feel like, I feel like this is a good person. What they say, my energy is telling me. What's the thing that my intuition? My intuition is telling me you're a good guy. Yeah, let their intuition take control and tell you, and let them see the light that's in you. Let them see the light, because you're the light of the world. Keep going.
A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid.
Read that again.
A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid.
You know what kind of city can be hid?
One that look like just like all the other cities.
Yeah, that's true too. But according to the scripture we just read,
dark. They don't got no lights in it.
Yeah, a city with no lights, but a city with no salt. And if you don't have no salt, then what are you? Trodden.
Trodden under the foot of men.
A city in the ground
at night
can be hidden. A city stepped on can be hidden. You are a city that's being stepped on. That's why nobody knows that you're the children of God. That's why nobody knows that you're the ones that's supposed to be the rulers, because you're not set on the hill.
Right.
We come in here and set you on the hill. We want to put you at the top and tell you God's chosen people and you're better than everyone else and everyone's going to serve you. But if you are an American and you join hand in hand with everybody else because you got to love everybody, then you can't be at the top. You can't do what needs to be done. Keep going.
Verse 15. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house.
Yeah, nobody takes a light and lights up the house by putting the light under the table. If you wanted to light up the room, if you wanted to illuminate, you put it in front of everybody. You put it up high so that the light can shine down on the darkness. You can't be ashamed of being who you are. How will anybody see you? You can't be ashamed of your culture. How will anybody learn this? Sisters, you have the number one job in your work office. Because if you make the trend of the truth become popular and you don't speak evil against it, then it will flood the earth. It's like a sister that fights against the truth. It's so detrimental to the truth.
Right.
It's detrimental to God's work. And the only thing a sister fights against in the truth is multiple wives. If a woman could just speak positive about it, in a public setting. It is. I don't know if y'all been watching the news. I mean, watching social media, but there are women that's coming out all over social media talking about men having more than one wife in a positive light, and now it's starting to spread. More and more videos are coming. That spirit is being put more into sisters to not be ashamed, because it's been in them, but nobody ever said it. Now imagine if Beyonce says, you know, Jay has many wives. I'll be like, B, the Beehive?
Right.
We've been doing this all wrong, y'all. We need to have a meeting because Mama B, the queen bee, says that she doesn't have a problem. I can go be back with my baby daddy.
Yep.
I left him because he wasn't paying my bills, and because he didn't say my name, and he wasn't a soldier that'd take care of me. But Beehive, now she's saying that she catered to him. You know, baby, this is your day. Do anything for my man, you blow me away. You know what? I'm gonna go do anything for my man.
Right.
Why can't that be you? Why can't you use your influence to make sisters feel that way? That's what we're here. We're here to put that light in front of everybody and to show everybody what we have in here.
Right.
Because God is with us. Because of her money. They respect you because of God. They respect you because what you're doing is godly, not because you're popular from shaking your ass and singing. They respect you because you are a servant of God. People that don't talk to me at all, when things get bad, they call me and say, hey, I need you to deal with this. Wow, where's Reverend Oldstein? No, you're not calling TD Jakes.
Right.
Now you're calling me. Why? Because you know that I'm godly. It's not a bad problem to have. But the only way they know it is because I'm me everywhere I go.
That's right.
I don't hide the truth. When I go to my class reunions, I got fringes on and a headpiece or something that lets you know it's some Israelite stuff. I got partners that say, man, them Israelite clothes that came a long way. I remember that stuff you used to wear. They didn't seen it because I was letting my light shine when it wasn't bright.
That's a zeal, sir.
Yeah, that's real. So that's how you teach people. You teach people by just being an example. Finish read 16.
Khan, verse 16. Let your
finish
light
15. You didn't finish.
Khan. And it giveth light unto all that are in the house.
Keep going.
Khan, verse 16. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven.
That's what this is all about. You showing them the Most High. The only way people know that God is real is because they see you. They see who you used to be and how you used to live, and then they see what you are now. They're like, man, God is real. Is real.
Right.
Because I seen who he was. Now I see who he is. Whatever he's doing is working. Then they come and talk to you. All right. Any more questions?
Sir. Make sure we didn't miss any. Nope.
We good?
Khan, sir.
All right. Real quick. Hey, is there a way I can share a video? I ain't doing all that. Okay. Let me say this. Because of everything that's going on in the world, the most important thing for you to do at this point is to fight the things in your mind, because your mind is stopping you from becoming the person that you need to become. And because of everything that's going on in front of you, you don't know how sometimes it's just better for you not to react to everything. There's so much stuff going on, and it's stressing you out because you're trying to figure out how to deal with it. Because you feel like you got to deal with it. Why don't you not deal with it? Why don't you ignore it? That's something you can do too. You know, when something comes up, somebody says something, and you're like, "Oh no, they didn't." You're doing all you typing. Why don't you say, "Lord be with them," and why don't you give the Lord a chance to fight for you? Give me heap hot coals in Proverbs.
You said he wet coals?
Proverbs 25 and 22. Let me tell you what's going to happen. Read 21.
Cold gun. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 25, verse 21. If thine enemy be hungry, give him bread to eat.
Read that again.
Cold gun. If thine enemy be hungry.
I'm looking like, hold up, wait a minute. Yeah, read that again.
If thine enemy be hungry, give him bread to eat. And if he be thirsty, give him water to drink. Verse
That's
22.
the way you fight an enemy. Why don't you help your enemy? You so used to fighting them and killing them. What do we do to enemies at camp? They come up to the camp and they say, "Man, F y'all. I hate y'all. Why don't y'all get off the block?" Hey, brother, you want some water? Yeah, let me get a bottle.
God.
Yeah, go ahead, let me get one of the pieces. Why don't we just stop beefing with our enemy? Why do we always gotta fight friction with friction? Why don't we just say, "Hey, you got it, bro"?
Right.
One time we was in the club, I'm standing in the club. The brother stepped on my shoe. He was like, "Damn, bro." I said, "Hey, my nigga, my bad." He stepped on my boot. He said, "Damn, bro," to me. I said, "My bad, boss. You good?" "No, man." I said, "Man, what you drinking?" "What you drinking?" That boy say, "Casamigos." I said, "Hey, man, give me 2 shots of Casamigos." That nigga like, "Man, bro, my bad, bro. I just had a long day." I said, "Man, it's all good, man. Yeah, man. We did the shot. Took the shots. He want to talk." He like, "Yeah, man, let's talk." I went and sat down with the brother. We chopped it up. And the brother's like, "Man, I just needed to talk, man." I said, "Man, it's all good, bro. It's just shoes." You know what I'm saying? And then guess what he said? "Man, I stepped on your shoe. You ain't even step on mine. Hey, man, let us get 2 more shots." Then he bought it. Now, every time I see him, you know what he say? "Hey, what's good?" "Hey, man, that's a real nigga right there." "Hey, him?" "Hey, yeah, he's solid."
Right.
I didn't do nothing. And that's how I dealt with the situation. I dealt with the situation by showing him brotherhood. Why can't we do that? Why can't you do that? What's wrong with that? Isn't that another tactic?
Right.
Why do it? Keep reading.
Cold gun. Verse 22. For thou shalt heap coals of fire upon his head, and the Lord shall reward thee.
If you do this, do you know how much it's going to burn them up in the inside?
Right.
Knowing that they had to get help from the person that they are mad at.
Mm.
And the Lord is going to reward you. The Lord is going to reward you because you're not being righteous over much.
Right.
You're not taking everything into your own hands like you the boss and you always right. You're wrong. My bad, brother. I was wrong. Salakia. Hey, man. Hey, let me make it up to you. Why don't we quench hate with love? Isn't everybody talking about love your enemies? Love your enemy. You know the only enemy you love? The white man. When you think love your enemy, you think slavery. Forgive the white man for slavery. You don't think the nigga that stepped on my shoe.
Right.
You don't think, the incident that happened in the hood. You don't think that. You think about forgiving him for raping, robbing, and pillaging your family when you wouldn't forgive a man for stepping on your shoe, but you'll forgive him for rape and stealing and killing your people? No, that's not love. That's being a coward and a dumbass.
Right.
That's what that is. But forgiving your brother for stepping on your shoe, forgiving your brother for this little problem y'all had, that's loving your enemy. And when Christ said, love your enemy, this is what he was talking about. Stopping the violence in the hood. Because that's how you're going to heap hot coals on his head. Heaping hot coals on his head mean you're going to burn him up. Because he's going to know you right. He's going to know you better than him. Because he couldn't do that. And why did he think to do that first? Damn, why this nigga so mature. Man, this is some mature shit to do. That's what he gonna think. Yeah, Joanna. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask a question. So when they're speaking about our enemies, some people that's against us who are our brothers.
Yes, give me the law on enemies.
Leviticus 19, sir.
Yeah, I think it is that.
Come on. I think it's like Leviticus 19 and 17.
Yeah, that's it. Read 16.
Come on. It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 16.
What is 15?
15. Come on. Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment, that thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty. But in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor.
See, the problem is, you know why you respect the white man? Because he got money and he's prestigious. You're a black man like me. You don't get no mercy. Nah, you should have watched where you was going. You should watch where you was going, and you better watch where you're going from now on. No, you can't have respect of personage, whether they be poor or rich. Keep going.
Come on. Verse 16. Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people, neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor. I am the Lord.
Neither shall you do what?
Neither
stand against the blood of thy neighbor.
Right.
You know what that means? You can't just go run to fights. You can't. That's not in our culture. You can't be a talebearer, somebody that's always in the middle of mess, talking noise. You heard what happened? No, what happened? Everything you get is third-party information because you're not talking to the person. So now when you pick a side, you're picking a side based off of a third party or a perspective from an emotional situation. Now you're running to the blood of your neighbor to help him. Keep going.
Come on. Verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart, but thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
Yeah, what you're going to do is check your brother, but you're not going to hurt him. You're not going to hate him, but you can correct him. Keep going.
Come on. Verse 18. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
That's the hardest part about blacks and Hispanics, because we all want vengeance.
Right.
We want revenge, but we can't do that to our brothers. And if we could put that in our minds when we interact with people from now on, instead of going up, go down, then this law class would be beneficial. Now it's actually a law class. Now we're actually abiding by the law. Because we only listen to the law class in class. Oh, Lord, our brother is thyself, con out of one con. Man, guess what? Man, that nigga, man, I'm on my way. Oh my God! Didn't we just get out of class? I'm just leaving the school. It's Tuesday. What class did you just leave out? The brotherhood class. What you about to go do? Man, hey, I'm about to go pull up. What are we doing?
Right.
When are you going to apply this? When is this going to become real and not just, when are you going to stop being a Christian?
That's right.
That's what you're going to have to put in your mind. You're going to have to apply this. Now, there are times where you're going to have to defend yourself, but you're not going to avenge yourself. Do you understand?
Come on.
You're going to defend, not avenge. Keep reading.
Come on. Verse 8, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
You're going to do what?
But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
But what you're going to do, you're going to love your brother as yourself. That's what you're going to do. And when you get mad at him, you're going to help him.
That's right.
That's what you're going to do. That's how you're going to fight him. You're going to fight him by giving him water, by giving him food. Hey, bro, it's all good. Or you're going to leave. Because the only person that has the power to give mercy is the one that has the power to give mercy. That's the only one. And the only reason you feel you have to defend yourself is because you are afraid. Unless you're defending yourself. Now, I'm not telling you to get stole off on it and say, hey, brother, it's all good.
Right.
I understand you're having a bad day. No, I'm not telling you to do that. But what I am telling you to do is everything don't cause for you to have to go up in arms in the fight. That's why the Bible says an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. If he hit you, hit him back. But don't get hit and go and get a gun.
Right.
It doesn't say an eye for a bullet. It doesn't say a tooth for a knife. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say get hit in the eye and call the whole hood. No. To forgive your brother, have compassion on your brother. And, sometimes we got to take the low road. We are broken, hurt people. We are. And sometimes our brothers need to see is some brotherhood because everybody is an enemy.
Right.
They don't know a brother that's going to say, hey, my bad, bro. Here, bro, what you drinking? A lot of times you'll meet a brother that see you do that and they'll pipe down. Because that's the type of people we are.
Right.
You got assholes that's like, nah, nigga, I don't want none of that. Hey, I'm on that. And you're like, all right, that's cool. Keep your hands to yourself, though.
Right.
It's all good. Now it's on them. They don't want to be a brother. No problem. But that won't be your fault. And you won't be avenging yourself. You'll be defending yourself with whatever actions you have to take after that. You understand?
Come on, sir.
All right. That's all I got.
Zakar got a question in the comments.
Come on.
He says, Salaki Saran, is there any such thing as being too merciful to a brother in the world?
No. What did Christ say? Forgive how many times?
70 times 7.
70 times 7. That's what Christ said. Like, what's too merciful? Okay, what's no mercy? No mercy is what? Killing them? Ain't that no mercy?
Come on.
So what's too merciful? Letting them live? Letting them talk? Oh, he's talking too much. He's talking too loud. He's causing the scene. This is too merciful because I haven't slapped him. Talking don't hurt nobody out. Action. And that's what you got to learn. You got to be a man and put away childish things.
Right.
Now, unless you're afraid and the talking is making you afraid. But real people that really want to do something to you, they don't talk loud. They get quiet. You know what I mean? They don't tell you what they're going to do. All right, I'm going to see you outside. That really means they want you to leave. They really want you to leave before they leave. So when they come outside, they ain't got to worry about you being there. That's really what that is. It's reverse psychology. I go in the club, people tell me, I got something for you. All right, bro, we'll see. They walk out the club, I'm outside the club eating chicken. You good, bro? You calm now. I know, man. I know you had too much to drink. No, man. It was just, y'all know, man. It was all the go. All the hoes. What y'all call them? The huzz.
The huzz.
All the huzz was out there looking at you. You was trying to shine on me. It wasn't gonna go like you think, bro. It wasn't gonna go like real tough. But you know, we are rough people out there. We are aggressive people, and that's beautiful. It's beautiful. But because you are sitting in this seat, you're going to have mercy on these sick people. They're ill. They don't know what you know. They don't have the knowledge that you have. And the Lord is with you. They can be thinking about doing something to you out and their chest will start tightening up. And start getting short of breath. And they say, man, hold on right fast. Hey, I'm going to go to the truck. I'm going to go sit down real quick. Yeah. They could be about to lose their life talking to you crazy. You got to know that. You got to understand that you hold a position with the Lord. So, you know, you just make sure that you're in the right, you're moving right, you're in the right spirit, you're doing things right. You try to de-escalate before it escalates and all that. And if it don't, the Lord be with them because he damn sure going to be with you.
Right.
And then we're going to find out who he's with. All right. All right. Is that it?
Come on, sir.
Come.
All right. With that, we're gonna go ahead and pass the class over to Officer Rapayat. Give him a hand.
On cons, the IHBK security announcements. We're the IHBK, started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will give permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You find in the book of Numbers, chapter 18 and verse 21, and Malachi, chapter 3 and verses 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. That we got the feast. Salaki, we got the memorial, the blowing of trumpets, which will be September 21st, coming up pretty soon in a couple of weeks. And there'll be more information on that later, but you can find that in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verses 24 and verse 25. And last thing, if anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, I'll pass the class back over to Captain of 13,000 Yatazaq.
All right, with that, we're going to give a courtesy salute to the brothers, men of Israel, Barak. Yahweh Shem, Yad Matah. We're going to give a courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel, Barak. Yahweh Shema, Allah Khan, Yahweh Yad Matah. Class dismissed.